Welcome back to the Apartment Geek. I'm your host, Chris Robinson, and today we're going to talk about something that we see all the time, and I'm going to throw management companies under the bus a little bit here because I think there's a lot of issues that I see with management companies. It's a very tough industry to be in. I've got some close friends that run management companies where they run hundreds or thousands. A couple buddies have big organizations where they have thousands of units. And it's a tough business because you're always dealing with problems, right? There's a line that we have in the brokerage business we've been using for years. Management companies, it's their problems with your money. There's a landlord, when you have your property managed by a company, you have to be super, super vigilant on why you're paying X for a certain service or whatever it is regarding your apartment complex. I just proposed a building, a large asset, above 50 units in San Diego County, kind of a classic garden style community. And I'm just going to give a couple of examples here of things I'm seeing that are just absurd. And I'm not throwing anybody specific, no names or anything, but it's like these owners and a lot of people, and some people I'm maybe talking to now, have been in the business a long time. You're kind of complacent maybe, where you've got your return, you've got your draw that you get 5, 10, 20, 50 grand a month, whatever it is, and you're okay with that. But there's a lot of inefficiencies happening. There's a lot of, I almost want to say, baking of expenses, and things are getting charged, $50 an hour for somebody that's getting paid $25 an hour to go do it. There's a lot of gray stuff going on that we're seeing in the profit loss statements when we're looking at these owners' books, excuse me. So there's an asset, the large one I talked about, the garden style property. I'm looking at a line item in here, which is groundskeeping at $969 a month. Okay, large asset, a lot of grass, a lot of parking lot, hardscape. I get that's a big number, I think, per month, but it is what it is. And I also see, as I continue scrolling down here, I see landscape maintenance, $640 a month. So then that's just one example of this one particular property that I'm looking at. I'm going, okay, so this owner, this potential client of mine is paying 2 line items per month. And this is not just 1 month. I'm looking at a August profit loss statement. So I have a track record of 8 months here, the better portion of a year. You're paying two line items for essentially something that should be under one line item. It's taking care of the grounds, which is the landscaping, which is everything outside in the common area, period. That should include the parking lot, keeping it clean, everything, trash, weeds, picking stuff up the ground, etc. Power washing things, that should all be in there. And as I go through here, there's just huge expenses. I won't even say how much money to replace a water heater, because for the management companies, a lot of times it's their problem. And how can they solve that the quickest way? They go directly to the big name company that they have a relationship with. They go out there and they charge the management company, because it's not the owner, some high amount. I don't even want to use the word BS, but like a bigger boosted up amount. So I think this is just a call to owners in a time where there's this attack on the NOI, cash flows being hit. We've got rent control. It's harder to be in the business of being a landlord and of being an apartment owner. And stay on top of your books. Look at them and not just like glance through them and say, oh, well, I'm getting the same draw, but really ask questions. And if something looks out of whack, talk to the management company, interview other companies, see what else is out there. I feel like management companies get really kind of spoiled at some point, and they start taking advantage of owners who are comfortable. So that's my 2 cents. I don't mean to insult management companies, but I'm just seeing this trend, and it's time for, I think, us to be a little bit more aware, especially the owners that have been in the business a long time and are very comfortable, but shouldn't let gray things happening in these books. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, be well.